Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, we say Kalam Bashim Yahshua Bashim Kodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone GMS who do rule and teach well. Right, so today I want to talk about, a few precepts for the focus on Obadiah 1:6, and then I think I got one Jeremiah 49:10. Before I get that, went into Google Trends, right? I was kind of thinking upon a video. I was trying to get in the spirit, and was just, looking around in the spirit. And I found, an idea came in to do this, right? I just looked up Elon Musk microchip in Google Trends. In Google Trends, you can pretty much track a search term and see its interest. And as you can see, interest over time, April 2020, right, really no interest. Then it spiked over time, right, and it reached, the highest peak in 2024 and kind of trickled back down, right? Now, as you move closer and closer to these end days, you're going to see more and more of these things start to come into the limelight, right? Now, I remember not too long ago, I saw the first meme about an implantable microchip because, I never used to see that, but now they're making memes about it, so that means it's getting around, all right? But see here, get the little interest, things like that. Maybe let's increase the last 5 years, right? So 2004 to present, right? So we won't see anything till like 2018, 2019. And now it starts to rise, peaked, then dipped on 2023. I think that's 2022, okay. I think that was like the end of the pandemic. Seemed to have rose pretty high during the pandemic, start to rise up. And then now it's going back down. All right, but as I said before, these things pop out. These people, they're waking up and people are looking into this thing, right? It's becoming more popular, it's becoming more known, things like that. So let's just get some presets. Yeah, so Obadiah 1:6, how are the things Esau searched out, how was his hidden things sought up, right? Now you got all these truther channels and things like that pushing, the Motb, and they'll say, oh, things are microchip, don't take it, right? But who came up with it first? Right, it's our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. I think to believe it was Elder Apostle Hart first came out with it, right? And these different guys, they got it from us, and they got it from our elders, right, by watching them, and then they pushed it out there like they made it or something like that, And these things are being exposed, and that's why, it's becoming more and more and more. Right? Of course, some people look at it for interest, but some people are looking at it and just be like, whoa, that thing really is what, really is the mark of the beast, right? Like, I'm going to look this thing up so I know not to take it, right? Is that really a real thing? Are they really making a microchip that they could put in someone's brains? Are they really going to make that something to be mandatory? All right. And I think Elon himself said he wants to have chips in millions of brains. Let's go look that up. Yeah, so Elon predicts hundreds of millions of people will have his brain chips implanted in the next 20 years. Right? And Elon, of course, knows this himself. It's not going to be in the next 20 years. It might be, it's going to be much sooner. Right? It could be within this next term. So possibly the next 2 years. Right, our elders say. And I believe them. So, it's going to be much sooner than, 20 years, right? And hundreds of million, I think there's like, what is it, 20, it's 200, maybe it's more like billions. No, it's not billions. Maybe it's like a couple million, maybe it's like 200 some million people in America. I can't remember. I'm not the best with remembering these numbers and demographics, but right, it's coming out here, right? Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places. He should not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, his brethren, his neighbors, and he is not. Right? The Lord made him bare, right, through his prophets. Surely the Lord will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Right? So they come out. We come out week in, week out, right? President GMS and the affiliates come in week in, week out, do our daily sit downs, go out in the streets and teach, and go into, how this man is a damn devil, man. How they, the last camp I went to was the main camp. Brothers were going into how they had these false diseases that they would make up to put on Jakes who wanted to run away from slavery, right? And they used to say, oh, it's a mental disease. He's unhappy with being enslaved, right? But we were unhappy with being enslaved because we were getting the shit beat out of us every day. So this shit was so bad, we were fucking running away and shit, right? And of course in our law, if a brother owned another brother, servant or whatever, right, and that servant ran away, you're not supposed to take him back to his slave master, right? But look what they were doing to us. They were beating our asses, and they found you, and they found that you were a runaway. They cutting off legs and arms and bringing you right back, right? They treated us very cruelly, had no mercy on us, right? And the kingdom wouldn't have no mercy unto them, right? Revelation 18 read unto them double. So if they took one of our legs, we take both of theirs, right? They took one of our arms, we take both of theirs. They gave us 50 lashes, we give them 100 lashes, right? And so on and so forth, right? We're going to treat them much worse than they treated us, right? And they treated us very badly if you look into the history of what we dealt with in slavery, right? So, yeah, I'm going to let that be that, right? Really short. Just want to go into those trends. As these things come out, more of these people, more of these Americans, and more people are going to wake up to this fact and be like, hey, man, I'm not taking it too. You're going to have, of course, a lot of people that are going to be like, oh, I'm going to take it because I want to support my kids. But you have people that are going to be like, yo, I don't want to take this thing, right? And then that's when you can have this, these civil wars and things like that. And some people are not going to, want to play by the government's rules. So let that be that long advice to show on. Okay, here you go. Alright, third time's the charm.